Eileo guys, and welcome back. So today I wanted to discuss a very important issue that I've seen time and time again concerning three characters in particular. I hear advice being given stating that Aaren is only for magical teams, Yeryung is only for physical, and Yeonhwa can be either or something along those lines. Part of what is being said is true, but I also wanted to make a point and say part of it is just an improper misconception. So what better way to tackle this problem than to show you the proof? First, we will take a look at Aaren. Aaren's exclusive weapon focuses on boosting all attacks, so both physical and magical damage of herself and all allies by 20% for 8 seconds. Her ultimate provides healing and a small all defense boost, while her second move creates a barrier and does a little damage, and her third move also boosts all attack and attack speed for 8 seconds. Her passives give physical, magical, and accuracy boosts to all allies. Her traits focus more on recovery and protection. Aaren's W2 passive trait boosts magic attack by 8%. 8% is an okay amount, but even on a full physical team, it doesn't override the already added all attack and attack speed from her. So why is she being recommended for magical teams only? She would benefit a physical team or a hybrid team just as well. Her passive might be wasted, but unless you're trying to maximize damage, it's really not that big of a deal. Next up is Yeryung. Yeryung's exclusive weapon boosts attack speed and critical damage to herself and all allies for 8 seconds. Her ultimate provides damage and AoE, nerfing enemy movement and attack speed while making allies invincible. Her second move marks an enemy and stuns them for 2.5 seconds, while her third move boosts critical damage and all attack for all allies in a certain radius. Her passives raise all attack, all defense, critical attack amount, and critical damage as well as accuracy. Her traits once again focus more on recovery than buffing a certain character build. Yeryung's W2 passive traits boost physical attack by 8%. Once again, I could see why to those looking to maximize their damage, but her kit provides much more to it than, in my opinion, that offsets that 8% DPS loss. So why is she being recommended for physical teams only? She's a lot closer range than Aaren without a doubt, but having an additional character that's capable of stunning and boosting critical damage for all doesn't sound too bad. Last is Yeonhwa, who I just threw in the mix. Yeonhwa's exclusive weapon focuses on healing allies after triggering her Vitality Explosion move. Her ult, Vitality Explosion, focuses on damaging the enemies and providing all defense and a barrier to allies. Her second move once again provides all defense and defense towards basic attack damage with an HP recovery at the end. Her third move provides damage, a movement speed nerf, and a stun for 2.5 seconds, the same as Yeryung. Her passives boosts physical and magical defense as well as HP. Out of everyone, her traits are more about stunning than anything else. Yeonhwa's W2 passive trait boosts both physical and magical attack by 4.8%, which means Yeonhwa's kit clearly shows she is, of course, a defensive support that focuses on stunning enemies and boosting defense while healing. So she has a mix of both passives with a more defensive skill set. After researching, I don't understand why these characters are being recommended for certain teams and certain teams only. I'm not saying people are wrong for recommending them towards certain groups, but I just ask for you guys to take a look at them a little bit more closely. Aaren is a lot more long range than Yeryung but provides coverage for all classes. Yeryung has a shorter range but provides coverage for all classes, especially critical focus ones with an added stun. I do see how her invincibility could be more useful for close range characters than long range. Yeonhwa provides any team with tanky defense and extra healing support. None of these characters are magical or physical based only because of their skill sets. So feel free to use whoever without worrying so much about who is the best. Unless you're 100% worried about maximizing damage down to the digit, their passives aren't that big of a deal when their skills already cover both physical and magical attackers pretty well. I believe in even one of these should be enough to clear you through PvE without much of a problem. I will say Yeryung and Yeonhwa may have more uses in PvP because of their stuns, but Aaren still has her uses in stuff like World Boss as well. But let me sum it all up for this video real quick. Aaren is great for boosting all attack and attack speed. Yeryung is great for boosting all attack, all defense, attack speed, and can not only stun enemies but gives allies some invincibility. Aaren provides more attack and attack speed than Yeryung, but Yeryung obviously provides a more jack-of-all-trades approach. Regardless of who you choose, I would say in the future try to build them all if possible. I hope this video can at least provide more insight into these characters, because regardless of what team you have, if you're clearing the content, then the saying stays true. If it works, it works.